Well, hello everybody. So today we are going to walk you through some of the steps for crochet. I'm using a 4-way acrylic yarn, nothing fancy. And so we need to make a slip knot. And there's different ways that you can do a slip knot. I turn it, I just hold my yarn, I turn it, and then I just fold it over, and we just grab this little piece of yarn right here, and we make our slip knot. And we draw it up. Not too tight, not too loose. And we have our beginnings of a chain. So we wrap and we pull through our loop. We wrap and pull through our loop. We wrap and pull through our loop. Wrap and pull through our loop. I'm going to do this 20 times. You can do it as many times or as few as you want. I'm using a bigger needle than what it calls for. It is calling for, oh no, I am using a 9 millimeter. But I think it's, my opinion is, I don't think it's right, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so now there is our 20. I'm going to do one more to make 21. I always add that extra one to a single crochet row just so it's not so drawn up so tight. So we're not going to go into this stitch. We're going to go into this one. And as you can see, we have a V. We're going to go in through that V. We're going to go through that V, and we are going to pick up both of these stitches. There's one left. We're going to pick up these two. And we're going to wrap, pull through once. Now you've got two loops on your hook. We're going to wrap again, and we're going to pull it through. We now have one stitch. And if we did not have that extra stitch here at the beginning, it would be really, really tight right here. I don't like the look. I like more flow. So I just always add that extra. To me, it's extra. So now we're going to find the next stitch. So we went into this one. So right here is our next one. Right there's our next one. So we're going to put our hook right in the center, and we're going to pick up both of those loops. And we're going to pick up that yarn. And we're going to pull it through once. We have two loops on our hook. We're going to wrap it, and we're going to pull through both. here it is again. Here's another one. We're going to go in. We're going to pick up those 2 loops, wrap, pull through once, wrap, and pull through both. And we're going to keep doing that all the way across until we hit our 20. So there's 4. 5. And a good thing, as you can see, mine is fairly loose. This is mostly for demonstration. But if yours looks like this, it's perfectly fine. It should be a little bit tighter, but for practicing and learning, we're going a little bit looser, just so we can see what we're doing. So in through the 2, pull, 2 loops, so here's our next one. In through the 2 loops, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through. This is a single crochet. You can go as fast, as slow as you wish. I'm trying to go slow so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. And when we get to the end, whatever we do when we get to the end is what we have to keep in mind. Because every row after that, we have to follow suit. Every row. So it's not so much just getting to your end, doing the last stitch and moving on. To keep a straight edge, because we want as straight of an edge as possible. Okay, so we got one more stitch to do, and that's right here. And we are going to pull it through just like that. So we are going to chain 1. Some people don't chain at all. They just go into the next row. But I like that flexibility on the end. So let me redo that. So, okay, we just made our last stitch. We're going to wrap our needle and pull through 1 time. We just created 1 stitch. We're not counting that stitch. So when we turn it, we have what looks like this after we turned it. So we've got all of this right here. And if you hold it up, you see all of these beautiful V's. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and here's our 20. That's our last stitch. So we're going to go back through, and we are going to single crochet across this row. So we want this stitch right here, this one right there. And all we're going to do is we're just going to insert through both of those loops. wrap and pull through, wrap and pull through both. These 2 loops we want. So right here is the next stitch. Push through, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through both. Pick up, push in, pick up both, wrap, pull through, and wrap and pull through both of those loops again. And so we have our second row of single crochets. And we're going to do this all the way across. The second row is a lot easier to handle. You've got more fabric to hold on to, and you can see a lot better. And I'm using a white yarn, and I'm hoping that you guys are able to see what I'm doing clear enough. And I'm just trying to go slow so you guys can see. So I'm just picking up those 2 stitches. It's actually 1 stitch, but you see you've got 2 bars. I'm picking up those 2 bars, and I'm just wrapping and pulling through, wrapping and pulling through, and this is a single crochet. And we are almost to our end. So here's number 19. So here is our last stitch is 20. What I like to do, now you can go in here and you can pick up those 2 stitches, wrap, pull through, wrap, and pull through both. Okay? And turn it. Chain your 1 and turn. What I like to do is, you see this little crossbar? I like to pick that crossbar up. I like to pick that crossbar up. And now you've got these 2 bars from the bottom stitch, the bottom row. I always pick up this outside leg. So I still have 2 bars on my hook. And I'm going to wrap. I'm going to pull through both. I'm going to wrap and pull through both. Then I'm going to chain my 1. That's how I like to end my rows on single crochet. I'm going to turn it, and we are going to start. So in through both of those, because that's our first stitch. I'm going to wrap, pull through, wrap, and pull through both. Here's our next one. Here's our next one. What you're looking for is those, it looks like little V's. That's what we're looking for. And we're just slowly going across, just picking up those 2 bars for our stitch. And it's important that you keep your yarn in front of your stitches. Try not to have your yarn overlapping your stitches because you're actually adding extra yarn and you don't want that. So you try to make sure your yarn is in front before pulling it through. And as soon as I get down to this end, I will show you again what I do on my single crochet. It works for me. I'm sure it's not the proper way to end your row, but I like doing that because it kind of helps me keep my edges straight on my crochet. So here we got this. Okay, so now let's count. Let's count our V's. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so on my 20th stitch, we're going to take this one out. Because on our 20th stitch, remember, I want to pick up this bar right here. I want to pick this bar up. I want to put that on my hook. And then I want to pick up this. You've got the V right here. You have this V. I want to pick up this outer leg. I'm going to wrap and I'm going to pull through both loops. And then I'm going to finish my stitch. We're going to chain 1 and turn. See how my edges are straight? So we're going to go back in here. We're going to do a single crochet. See how my yarn wants to do that? We don't want it to do that. We want to keep the yarn in front to do our stitch. There's 2, 3, and now we're at our end, because here would be our 20th stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up this bar. We're going to pick up this bar. We're going to pick up this bar right here. And we're going to turn it, and we're going to, here's our V. We're going to pick up this the outer leg. And we are going to pull through both of those. Like so. And we are going to pull through both and chain our 1. And as you can see, we're getting a constant edge because we are doing the exact same thing to every row. And now we are going to do our 20. Here's 16. So here's our here's our bar right there. Is our bar. Come on. And here's our V. Right here's our V. We're gonna pick up this leg right there. We're gonna wrap and pull through both of those loops. Finish. And there we go. And as you can see, we have nice straight edges on both sides. That's what I like to do with single crochet. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be having more coming up. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.